Oh, Kitty, are you still here? Second live stream. Okay, let's do it. Let me try and mic myself up. Second live stream. Let's see if anyone comes in. Last time I had like 5 or 6 people at any one go come in, and I really enjoyed it. So let's try and do it again. For one person in. Kitty, can you hear me with this mic? Nope, no one in yet. Let's see if anyone turns up. Otherwise I'm just gonna ramble a little bit, talk about some random shit, and if people come in, start asking questions, that'd be great. Let's see what happens. But yeah, so the video that I dropped that Andrew Tate video, did well, did much better than all my other videos. It's sitting at like 4,500. The response from that was really good. All the comments and stuff were really positive. Got some private emails as well. Made some connections there, so that was a really good response. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed. I was expecting more. I was hoping for more anyway. You know, I said to myself, I won't be satisfied unless that video hits a minimum 10,000. So I haven't hit 4,500 currently. Maybe it'll get there in the end, but I was hoping it would have done it by now. And maybe that's I don't know, maybe that's arrogant, but I don't know. I think that video deserved a bit more, but whatever. I was proud of it, and it's brought some new people to the channel, more subscribers. What's up, Kitty? What's going on, man? What you doing? You're just chilling at home? So we got a few people, 3. Just anywhere, fire away, guys. If you want a question, just fire away. But yeah, so I'll just talk, I'll just ramble on about a few things. Give it 20 minutes or so, and see who comes in. But yeah, so that video with the Andrew Tate one, yeah, I was hoping it was going to do better, but there's still time for it, right? But I was proud of that video. It was a good, you know, sort of left field thing. I never saw anyone making that connection between Andrew Tate and Tyler, and there's a lot of similarities there. There's differences, of course, but a lot of similarities. If you got 10K, you'd be wishing for 20K, of course. Of course you would, right? Never satisfied. Never satisfied, yes. It's always the way, man. Look, I've got to be happy with a 4.5K. At the end of the day, that 4.5K on the video, that's definitely my highest view video, so I've got to be happy, but come on, man. I've got to aim big now. I've got to start aiming big. Guys, this is the first, I think this week, I'm going to hit 1 year on YouTube. So I've hit 450 subscribers in 1 year. I don't know, I had no expectations anyway, like where I'm going to be in a year, so. Thoughts on Andrew Tate? Yeah, man, go check out that video. Go check out my last video I did. Why is the real life Tyler Durden? I really like Andrew. I've been following him for about how many years now? 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. So it's kind of crazy seeing him really blow up recently. I never thought he'd go so mainstream. If I'm being honest, I thought someone like that wouldn't go mainstream. I thought it'd be really, really difficult to do, but he has. A few reasons for that. You know, he's a genius marketer for sure. He's done some really big podcasts as well that have kicked off for him, and some streams and stuff. The real question is, do I think he's going to be a net positive for men? And I don't take the Andrew Tate phenomenon lightly. I think there's potential here for a cultural shift with men. You know, I've spoken about this so many times in so many videos, and I made the point in the previous video with the Andrew Tate video. Look, yeah, masculinity has been under attack for a while. Men, everyone knows, like men and masculinity, they're at the lowest point in certain recent memory. Men are weak and soft and blah 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 blah. We know all that stuff. These fucking motorbikes. Anyway, we know all that stuff, but so someone like Tate coming in and blowing up and going mainstream, that's huge, man. That's huge, and I hope that's a cultural shift. I hope more and more guys take on the large chunk of his message and start waking up, you know, and the red pill goes mainstream. And so I don't take it lightly, but do I think it'll be a whole net positive? I think he's gonna be. I do think he's gonna be. I think there's some parts of who he is and the way he is and the way he thinks that would be a negative for the general population. Like there's some, at the end of the day, if you can only be like Tate. Like so many young guys now, right? I see it online, they're trying to be like Tate, trying to act like Tate, trying to talk like Tate, trying to shoot their girls like Tate does and all this. Look, Tate can do that, be that way and say those things because he's about it, right? Because he is that guy. He's been through that stuff, he's achieved those things. You can't go that way, you can't act like Tate and be like Tate if you haven't done anything, if you're not that person. You know, if you don't know how to fight, if you haven't made money, if you're not good with women, blah blah blah, and you're trying to act like that, you're really just trying to be someone you're not. And that's in a big way, you know, fake it till you make it to some degree, but trying to be like Tate when you're really not done even 1% of what he's done, that's bullshit. So people need to be aware of that. But yeah, pretty late here. What time is it now? It's like 10 o'clock over here. Oh, fucking thing. Yeah, so it's pretty late. I did an hour last time, so I hope to do an hour tonight, but let's see how many people come in and ask questions and stuff. Otherwise, I'm not going to sit. Last time I had some topics to talk about. I had some topics on top of my head. This time, not really. I was hoping a few people come in, ask me some shit. But we'll see. So yeah, 1 year of YouTube. 1 year of YouTube. I'm happy with it. 450, so I think like 456 subscribers, something like that right now. Yeah, it's fine. I've got a 5-year plan. Look, my 5-year plan. The big goal is 100,000 subs by 5 years, and the minimum. So the minimum amount I would have to continue is 5 years, 10,000 subscribers. Like for me, sounds very, very doable. For some people, that wouldn't even be worth it, but for me, that would. In 5 years, what, 10,000? I believe I can make some decent financial gain out of 10,000. And I've spoken about this before. I want 10,000. You know, it's the quality as well. It's not necessarily the quantity. It's the quality of subscribers. It's people I want to make. This is one of the reasons why I like live streams, just connecting with people. You know, forming those connections, developing that relationship with the audience, and making a quality audience. So 10K to me, as long as it's quality, as long as people interact regularly, and they align with a lot of your views and values, that's fine. So 1 year in, 450 subs. Let's see. I've got a rough aim for another year's time for a hit like 2,000. Who knows? It could blow up, couldn't it? It could blow up one video, or continue to be a steady grind. But one thing's for sure, I will improve. I'll continue to improve, continue to get better, make better content as I'm able to dedicate more and more time, especially as my second son gets older and eventually he starts going to nursery. I'm going to have more and more time for this stuff. So I'm positive. I'm still positive for it. I enjoy it. I just fucking enjoy it, man. I enjoy this. It's almost therapeutic to just talk into a camera and put your thoughts out there into the world, and a few people get back to you. It's nice. It's good. So long may it continue. Definitely. So we've got 4 in there. Any questions? Who's in here? Who's in here, by the way? So I know we've got Kitty. Who are the other guys? Who are the other 3? My phone's a little slow. It's been fucking up lately, so maybe it's going to be slow bringing the questions in. I haven't had a question come through in a few, like last 4 minutes or so. So I hope that's not my phone being really slow. So someone can ask me a question now, anything, or just type something in the next 30 seconds. If it doesn't come through, I'm guessing my phone is too slow. Nothing coming through. Shit. I'm a bit worried that my phone is just fucking up. Okay, I found the chat now. Okay, so all the questions will come through. Jesus, I didn't have it on. What an idiot. See, I'm a rookie at this thing. I'm a rookie. Alfie, hey Ryan, you haven't written me for almost 15 days. Yeah, man, I didn't I reply on your last one? I replied. Well, you replied, and I think, you said we just keep in touch, and I didn't think it was much of a reply email, but yeah, if you want, I'll reply to you. I'll get back to you. We'll talk privately. In fact, I'll email you, and I'll get your phone number, so we can talk a bit more regularly and it's more accessible. Kitty, what do you think about his courses? What do I think about Andrew Tate's courses? All right, guys, just a few questions here. I was slow on the chat, so I'm just going to answer a couple questions that were a few minutes ago. How's your life since you become a father? How's my life been becoming a father? Wow, sum that one up. Jesus. Man, night and day. Fucking hell, it's night and day. When you become a father, like, it's the next level. Things become so... Firstly, there's no rest. I don't think I've slept consistently well for the last 3 years. There is no rest anymore. Even on your days off, there's no rest. So that's like a negative side of things, but it is the most incredible thing. It is the most incredible thing, having kids, guys. Is your own kids, and you see your own kids, and then you have these fleeting moments. I'm gonna wipe the sweat away, gross, but I live in Cyprus, guys. It's like 35 degrees tonight. I'm out on my balcony. Yeah, you have these fleeting moments where you just... You grasp the concept of this is my own child. Do you know what I mean? It's so fleeting. You look at them, you have this mindful moment, and you manage to grasp it for just a few seconds. And it's the most incredible feeling, and it makes everything worth it. All their tantrums and wake-ups in the night and changing nappies. And you see life differently. You look at the bigger picture. You look at what you're doing in your life. You look further down the line. You don't just look at a year's time or 5 years' time. You're looking at 10, 20, 30 years' time. How you're setting up your life, how you want your family to live, and everything else. Everything changes, and you suddenly, me personally, like, motivation went through the roof, right? I mean, I started this channel partly because the motivation I had having kids just went absolutely through the roof. Man, my chat, I'm getting them, but they're not coming through. I'm having to keep scrolling and look back for the questions, so this is a bit annoying. So I'm going to have to constantly keep touching the screen. Hey Ryan, what advice is from Zach? What advice would you have for a guy in his early 20s struggling to not focus on women? I go to the gym 5 times a week. My sex drive is through the roof. Guys are to not focus on women. what are your big, what's your goals here? What's your goals? What do you want to achieve in life? Firstly, are you just going to the gym? Oh, you've added to it. I tried my best not to pursue women, but it's hard to avoid porn. And I don't want to develop porn again. Yeah, fucking cut porn out, man. Porn is it rewires your brain. Okay, feels good. You know, you get the dopamine hit and everything, but it rewires your brain to be and think like a cuck. You're literally watching other people fuck. And so you're getting your pleasure, you're deriving your pleasure from this, but at the same time, you're rewiring your brain to you to become an observer, a passive observer, basically a pervert. And eventually, over time, you won't notice it initially, it will take a long time, but eventually that will subconsciously affect you mentally in a negative way. Confidence, eventually it can lead to problems even performing in the bedroom. There's a lot of people like with ED right now, like that's going through the roof, and I think porn has a huge part to play in that. So yeah, try and cut porn out. It's hard, it's difficult, it is very, very difficult, but you got to imagine who you want to be, and I don't imagine the person you want to be is someone who just watches other people fuck all the time. But yeah, figure out. Tell me in the chat, like, what's your goals? What's your main purpose? What's your drives right now? How to avoid focusing on women? Listen, if your sex drive is through the roof, I said this. If you're a young lad and you do attract women, you know, fucking spend a year, 18 months max. Get out of your system, man. Try and get as many girls as you can, right? As long as it's not the main focus of what you're doing, okay? As long as you're not spending that 12 months, 18 months, and that's all you're doing, that's all you're focused on, okay? Get out of your system, try to get as many as you can, and then just move on from that. And then move on, just focus purely on your mission, or maybe you want to find someone else, you want to settle down or whatever, that's great. But yeah, if you've got the opportunity just to get it out of your system, for sure, do it in a respectful way, not in like some degenerate way where you're just going to the club and you're smashing girls, like drunk girls and all this shit. Do it in a respectable way, you know, set up, go meet girls, go take them out on a date, meet them up, let them know what the deal is. There's ways about it. Crypto Canal, welcome back, man. You were in the previous channel. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming back. I took your advice. I downloaded TikTok. I got TikTok. So let's see how that plays out. Man, TikTok is the pits. It's the pits. It's just the worst of the West. Giddy asked the question. Does watching a recording of yourself screwing a girl count as porn? No, don't think so. I don't think so. Take as many recordings of that as you can. That definitely be a good replacement for Pornhub. Bodybuilding and facelifting. I imagine you mean like like maxing and stuff, looks maxing. But bodybuilding and facelifting videos would be so helpful if you can make content about it. Bodybuilding. Yeah, look, I'm not into bodybuilding anymore. I've done that whole bodybuilding phase. I'm probably gonna do the next video. So that Andrew Tate style video where I do a script and everything, and I do it that way. I'm probably gonna do a very similar scripted video on the fitness industry. I've been in the fitness industry and in and about it and trained my whole life. I was an like semi-professional, pretty much professional tennis athlete up until I was 22. And I've been in the fitness game. I've done bodybuilding, I've done CrossFit, I've done many things, movement, philosophy, and everything else. Bodybuilding is the worst. It sits at the heart of the fitness industry, and that is a massive mistake. It's the worst of, it's not even fitness. It's called the health and fitness industry, with bodybuilding sit at the heart of it, and it's bollocks. It's nothing to do with fitness. So I'm not about that. It's not how I train. My philosophy has changed, especially over the last year. My philosophy has changed. It's more about Kitty, be back. See you in 20 minutes, man. It's more about my philosophy now is longevity. I want to be able to train and do this basically until, you know, I'm 80, 90, 100 years of age. I came across a really great channel. It was really blown up recently called Tate, and he's really changed my philosophy on how I train, how I strength train, and I spend most of my time just doing the basics of bodyweight fitness. But I will do a video on that because the health and fitness industry, man, it's fucked up. It's so fucked up, so toxic. Yeah, weight loss and diet and healthy lifestyle, top tier content. Yeah, they are very popular content as well, isn't it? Very popular content. The thing is, I'm not huge, I'm not jacked, I'm in decent shape, but if you look at me, I'm not going to be able to pull in tens of thousands of views because of my physique. I just don't really have that genetics, and I don't train for aesthetics anymore. So check out Elijah Long's channel, genuine down to earth guy. Maybe you can draw some inspiration ideas. Man, I love Elijah Long. He's an OG at this. I love his channel. Man, I love his style of content. Just getting in front. All he does is get in front, puts a video out. No editing, no fucking music, no, you know, jump cuts, just talks. That's it. And he got to over 100,000 doing that. I would love to do that style as well, in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like the editing and stuff, it takes time and it's effort, but it's hard. It's hard work to do it like that, and it's a longer grind, and you're not going to go as far with it possibly, and you also got to have something really unique. You got to be really intelligent, really wise, or something like that to blow off in that way. But I love Elijah. His content's fantastic. I would love to chat to him one day. Once I hit a few thousand, I'm definitely gonna talk to him. Or sending him a message, sorry, and try and talk to him, definitely. Exactly, just raw, yeah, 100%. Just sit down and talk, man. I love all that stuff. It's about the message. At the end of the day, it's about the message. People that are drawn into all the fancy editing and all that stuff, and the jump cutting, and you know, people that do that are the same people that will complain about, you know, everyone's got the attention span of goldfishes these days and all that shit. But you're just feeding into that. And the people that are attracted by that, they're not really attracted to the message. It's not that quality type of followers, right? Not quite quality like I talk about. I want that quality of followers. I want the quality of subscribers. And people that come in just for all the fancy stuff and are attracted to that, I want people coming in for the message. So I'm trying to find a balance with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to find a good balance, and I want to do different types of content. But yeah, then there's a lot of people that love the simple stuff. I mentioned the K Boogis guy with the fitness. Man, he's so fucking simple. If you watch him on YouTube, he's so simple. He just puts up one camera, one angle, just him doing a few pull-ups and push-ups, and he talks for about 2-3 minutes. Very simple concept, and that's the video. I love that shit, man. I love that shit. So I've got to try and find the balance with it for sure. Yeah, find the least path of resistance pushing videos, absolutely. Trying to figure all this out, you know. And the thing is, when you become a father and you're super busy and you're working full time, your timetable changes so much. My timetable now, especially with my kid, my second one growing up, it's going to change so much. So you've got to try and make it work. Alfie, do you believe in Sigma alpha male thing? Although the alpha wolves were debunked decades ago. Yeah, the whole alpha thing, right? So that study came out. The reason why alpha came out was, you know, it was one pack of wolves that were studied and found to be alphas. Some behave like an alpha. But even that wasn't replicated in the wild. That was for certain reasons, I think. Even in wolves, it's not replicated so much in actual wilds, only on certain conditions. But do I believe in alpha? Look, I believe in confident and no confident. That's what I believe in. Really, it's confident guys versus not confident guys. And you'll have a situation where one guy is the most confident person and most accomplished and, let's say, alpha in one pack, but he goes somewhere else in a different group. Let's say he's the alpha in I don't know, chess, he's the main man, and he goes and does tennis in the next one, and you know, there's people way more better and way more knowledgeable, and he's not going to be the top dog. I've seen people talk about really alphas all with physical violence. If you're the toughest guy, yeah, possibly as well. But again, in some groups, being tough is not going to get you anywhere within the group. The group is going to completely disregard you. You're going to have nothing to do with that group just because you're tough. Yeah, so I think it's more just, are you confident? Are you not? Are you socially confident? Are you outgoing? Are you confident with yourself? There's definitely confident people who are loud and out there and brash and attention seeking, and then there's confident people that are more in the shadows and more laid back. That would be your Sigma type guys, right? And then, you know, you've got the betas, let's say, who are not confident at all. But yeah, it's a simple way to that the internet has tried to explain all of that. If you don't mind me asking, what field of work you're in? I am currently a tennis coach. I'm a fitness trainer as well, but most of my work is tennis coaching. So yeah, I tried to go professional, stopped playing tennis when I was 22. But yeah, I've been a professional tennis coach now for the last 12, 13 years. I enjoy it, but it's hard work, and hoping this YouTube game can set me free of that. That'd be good. Yeah, we got 3 in. This is variance going to 3 to 6 to 4 to 6 and back again. I'll figure this out. Am I up to date? Yeah, I'm up to date with this live chat. I've sorted this live chat now. So any new questions are coming in on time. I've got many dates booked that are kind of popular. Would you like me to send them to you so you can read them and make a video about them? You got many dating books. Okay, so you got many dating books that are popular. Yeah, send me them. Let me when I email you, I'll get your personal details, your number and that, and we'll talk about it then. For sure, Alfie. All right, pleasure. Some of the dating books out there, some of the dating, man, is I think, honestly, the best thing you got to read is Rational Male. You've got to read Rational Male. And I think the other one that was really good was Models. A little bit dated, I think, but Models is good. But the main one's Rational Male, to be honest. As long as you understand the psychology behind females and what they like and what they really want, then you can build a sort of a dating profile around that. It's not this genius thing. It's not, dating isn't this huge, complicated, complex thing. This is where as well, like, some of the black pill comes into play. You know, yeah, you've got to be reasonably attractive physically. A woman, this is the thing, women care about looks a lot more than they make out as well. One of them was Models by Mark Manson, about being honest and authentic. Yeah. No More Mr. Nice Guy is probably more important than the books you've mentioned. I haven't read that one. I haven't heard that one. I'll check that one out. No More Mr. Nice Guy there. Nice Guys, man. Nice Guys finish last. Fucking honestly, Nice Guys finish last. You don't have to be an asshole though. This is the misconception, especially in like the whole red pill manosphere, that you have to be a bad boy, you have to be an asshole. No, you can be a nice guy, but you cannot be a simp. There's a difference, right? There's a difference between simp and nice guy. You can be a nice guy, but you got to tease them, and you got to let them know that you're not really chasing them. Okay, and that you're not gonna just grovel to them and do whatever they want, and you're a pushover and you're an easy guy. You could be nice, but you have to let them know that. You give them that sense of you're confident. Firstly, confidence massively. and you got to tease them, got to get them chasing you. I don't know, maybe I'll do a video on the chase. One video I'm going to do is actually how to get a girl who's better looking than you, because my wife is better looking than me. Definitely, especially when we met, she was a couple of levels above me, so I'll do that. I'll probably do that video. That might be a good one. The only people that understand women are other women, and they hate each other. I love that quote. It's one of my favorite quotes. I absolutely love that quote, and it's pretty damn true. It's pretty true, but you know, us men are catching up now, though. We're catching up. We're understanding it. There's a lot of info out there. The internet has opened up a world of women's secrets, and they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like this stuff. And you see in a lot of the response to Andrew Tate, for example, there's a lot of women shitting on him and shitting on guys that follow him. He just talks the truth, man. He talks the truth. And women, that sisterhood, will do whatever they can to keep our wool over our eyes, but you can't stop us, man. We're understanding women better than ever. Generally, it's growing now. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. What would be interesting if the red pill was mainstream? That was just the general view of men now. Like they understand women really, really well and what they like and their preferences, and then it would be interesting. Then it would be really interesting to see what would happen in culture and how women react to that. But I think as well, I think I made this point before. I do see a move amongst the women culturally, like the sisterhood, moving more towards like polyamorous relationships, because as you know now, especially with online dating, more and more guys are getting less and less sex, right? There's more single guys, there's more virgins. I think for the first time in recorded history, there's that women under the age of 30 have more sexual partners than men now. It's crazy, it's so fucked up. All these women are shagging the top tier guys, the best looking guys, the highest value guys, and the rest of us guys, the average Joes, aren't getting anything anymore. And so I think women are gonna have to, I think they've realized this. There's sort of a collective consciousness realizes that, okay, we're gonna have to just accept that we have to share, and it become a thing. So I think you're gonna see more and more of a push towards that. More and more articles about it being socially acceptable and yada, 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 because women, like I said, as we know, women are much more likely to share a higher value guy than be exclusive with average Joe, especially in today's world where they have that access to a higher value guy. So that's going to be that's what I think will happen. That's what I think they're going to push for more and more in society. What do you think? How do you view it going? Where do you think the end game is? Kitty started the gym, so do a video on it. Yeah, I want to do I want to do a training video. I will do a training video. I'll do a video on the fitness industry, and I'll do a training video about what I'm doing in my philosophy. Look, I know a lot about it. My knowledge is there. I just need to get in a little bit better shape physically, right? Because performance and how you look sells. I'm in decent shape. I'm confident of how I look, but when I get in a little bit better shape, I'll probably do a video on it and how I'm training my philosophy, because I'm a little bit older now. I'm still young, I'm 34, but for the first time over the last 2 years, I'm looking at the end goal, I'm looking at the end game, I'm looking at the bigger picture of fitness. For the first time, I started thinking about what I'm going to be doing when I'm 60, 70, 80, 90. You know, when you're 20, when you're 24, you're not thinking about that. You're looking really good and getting girls. You're not thinking about what you're going to be doing further down the line. But recently I have, and so my training has changed a lot. But I love it. I love the way I'm training right now. Like I said, check out that K Bujas guy on YouTube. He's brilliant. I love that philosophy. Bodyweight basics. That's it. Check out this chat. I'm up to date. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Honest thoughts on the. There's a few here. So honest thoughts about my last video, the Tate video. I'd like to know your thoughts, guys. Extreme polarity isn't good, and we see it everywhere. Be it in politics, dating, society. We just need a more balanced approach to things. Absolutely. But unfortunately, societies throughout history tend to be, they swing, don't they? It's like a pendulum, right? They swing from one extreme to the other. And as we swing, we tend to spend a little bit of time, right? In that perfect balance, perfect 50-50. Spend a little bit of time, but not enough. And before you know it, we're at another extreme, until eventually one of those extremes tends to destroy that society, tends to break down. I believe we're on a hard swing towards one of the negative sides of that currently in the West. I honestly don't see how the West, with the sexual marketplace, with the financial situation, with the impending dominance of China, I don't see how the West is going to be able to compete and stay the way it is, stay as functioning as well it is. Yeah, last good period, 60s, 70s. Yeah, mate, yeah, 60s, 70s, 80s probably. A lot of people, my parents tell me 80s was great as well. But, 80s, feminism and shit was pretty much starting to get into swing of things, wasn't it? And sexual free-for-all in the 60s. Baby boomers had it good, 100%. I don't know, I like the 50s, but looking back, I obviously didn't live in it, but looking back, I think 50s, especially in America, man, that was a great time. However, again, even in good times like that, a lot of indoctrination that maybe the reason why they were happy was some of that indoctrination about certain things, but definitely not on the level of indoctrination now. Man, times are shit, man. Times are shit. Honest to God, I know we say we have it so good, and we do have it so good in so many ways in the West now. We have it so good. But we have to accept the reality that some of the things that make our life so good are turning on us, and turned on us a long time ago. And they will be part of the downfall and the demise. Yeah, good times make weak men, and we're just the byproduct of that period. Exactly. We've had great times, got an easy life, comfort and pleasure on every corner. That's what Nietzsche said. When we reach that stage, we reach the stage of the last man, and the last man is pathetic, and that's where we're at. That's why I have hope. That's why I have hope for someone like Tate coming along and going viral. Maybe those guys are going to wake up a bit. Look at Woodstock, 69 versus 99. I haven't seen it, but yeah. I'll check it out. I think, I don't think it's complicated. I don't think it's overly complicated. I think, Liver King, the old Liver King, that old steroid head, apparently is natural. He has a great quote, and that's in, putting back in what modern life has left out. A lot of it is going back to our roots. Carl Jung said this as well, like a society should live as close to its nature as possible to be functioning and happy. And I totally agree. We have to keep as much elements of our natural life and instincts and natural way of living as possible. Getting more in touch with nature, being outdoors, exercising, making connections with people, groups, the same sex, opposite sex, eating good food, exercise regularly. It's not too complicated. And then, you've got the larger scale. The other things like the sexual marketplace, it's fucked, man. What do you think? There's no chance. We open Pandora's box there with terms of internet dating. That's not going away. It's fucked. Sexual marketplace is fucked. right? It's just not going away. Are we going to start promoting marriage and the nuclear family as the ultimate goal, especially for young 20-year-olds and so forth? No, that's not going to happen either. That's not going to happen, right? The capitalism and consumerism has got a hold of that market. That's, it's got a hold of that and dictates all of that. I did a video on this, why capitalism needs feminism, even though feminism is like a socialist concept and capitalism is, we would consider it right wing, right? But it needs it. So that cat's out the bag, man. So it's up to us individuals, it's up to us people. I don't think we need to sit here and try and change society on a whole. It's fucked. But so on an individual basis, yeah, sort your own rooms out, right? Sort your own lives out. And develop great relationships in your own life. What do you guys think? Where do you see? Where do you think we can get back? Do you think we can start valuing monogamy, long-term relationships again? Definitely not with Tate on board. That probably wouldn't happen. If you were to read one book for the rest of your life, what would it be? One book. So I'd have to reread this one book over and over again. One book. Basically, what's my favorite book? What do I think is my best book? Man, I don't fucking know. If I were to reread one book. Tough one. I don't know. Reread. Yeah, I don't know on that one. That's a tough one. I'll reread one book. Fuck knows. I don't know. You know what? I've only read a little bit. I haven't read all of it by far. I'm not religious, but probably the fucking Bible, man. The amount of absolute wisdom in that book is absolutely off the charts. I have to read more of the Bible. And that's weird because I'm not religious, but I don't read it from a religious point of view. I think it's a philosophical book more than anything. As long as media has a bias on awkward sexual romantic stuff, we're all doomed. Yeah, fucking hell. Jesus, you're right. Mainstream TV programs, books, videos on romance and relationship. It's all blue pill bullshit, isn't it? Your son at 14 asks you for a book recommendation. Rational Male. Honestly, Rational Male, seriously. Honest to God, I think Rational Male, because you have to nail your relationship to women. You have to get that sorted as early on in your life as possible. So then you can move on and focus on all the other shit. Because if you're someone who doesn't understand that stuff, right, and doesn't tick that off, okay, you'll be chasing women and you'll be distracted for way too many years, okay, and you'll be confused and you'll fall for the mainstream belief and narrative and the blue pill mindset and everything else. You need to tick off tick that box. Understand women as early as you can, and then you can go off, get it out of your system, and you can go off and you live your life. And the other thing is as well, let's say you go on and be a successful guy. Let's say you achieve success financially, okay, whatever means possible, whatever. If you haven't understood women and you're with the wrong woman because you don't understand them and you don't understand yourself around women, she'll tear it all down. You pick the wrong woman, she'll tear it all down. And trust me, it's very easy to pick the wrong woman. So you need to really understand them, and you really need to know what you're looking for and what's good, what's a red flag, what's green flags, etc. Because there's a lot of successful guys who have really made it, but they're blue pill and they chose the wrong woman and it ruined their lives and they lost it all. So yeah, my kids, my boys, I've got 2 boys, and trust me, I'll be raising them with that awareness, 100%. What would your one book be? Alfie, I know you said the Bible as well. Walid, what would your book be? Fair enough, yeah. You just got to get down. Look, I wasted too many years. Fucking I wasted a few years. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Don't know what happened now. I clicked the link on my phone. Yeah, I was about to say,